How we doing? Back here, it's Kyle Katz. The artist I'm with right now is my good friend Yari Magenheim, aka Y Mag. How you doing, Yari?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Doing all right. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions here. Give you a little interview to see how your artist life is, how the music industry is. So
Let's do it.
let's do it. So the first question I want to ask you: what made you want to be an artist?
All right. So when I was like 16, my friend opened up a studio in his house just with like basic equipment, and he asked me like if I wanted to come in and record like a song, just like to try it out, like see how it was. And I figured like why not? Let me give it a shot, like just from personal use. Like I'll make a song and like see how it goes.
Yeah.
And I picked a beat. I started writing to it. I made a song. Like he mixed it, like edited the audio. And I didn't really want to send it out, but like without me knowing, he put it on SoundCloud. In like a couple days, it had like over 1,000 views, and I was like, "Damn, maybe I should start doing this." Like it was pretty fun to make a song. I like when people hear my music; it's a good feeling. So I decided, like, yeah, why not start doing it?
No, I feel that's awesome. I mean, were you like kind of nervous though, like at first when when people were like, because like you said that like you just went over to your friend's house, picked a beat and started rapping over it to like.
I had definitely never like put music out before, and it was definitely new territory. So at first I was really nervous, and I didn't really want to put it on SoundCloud or show anybody or anything because like I didn't know how people would feel about it.
Yeah.
But like after a while, after he put it on SoundCloud, I got a positive response. It encouraged me to keep going, keep making more music, and here I am.
Yeah, here you are now. I mean, so the next question I was gonna kind of ask you is like, what kind of music are you into and like artists, like different artists you're into?
Well, obviously I'm into hip hop, like rap, R&B, a little bit of EDM. My favorite artists probably I love Meek Mill, J. Cole, like Drake.
When you say like these rappers inspire you at all, like give you kind of tone or something?
Definitely, like I'll definitely pick up flows from certain rappers and like how they say their words. Like I'll try and combine like all the different styles of my favorite rappers and like all the music I listen to and the style of music and put it into like my own style.
I got you. Yeah.
Inspiration.
Yeah. So like, what do you aspire to be in the music world? Like, what do you want to be in the music world?
Well, obviously, like
is this like a career that you're trying to continue with, or is it more like?
I would say it's more of a passion for me, just making music. Is just something.
But it's definitely something you wouldn't like. You wouldn't if you could get higher up.
Yeah,
you would do
obviously, if I could blow up making music, then I would 100% take that opportunity. But
exactly.
Like, I'm realistic, and I don't know. I'm gonna continue to make music, and whatever happens, happens. I'm not gonna drop out of school.
Yeah, exactly. Just like be an artist on the side while you're doing your schoolwork. So yeah, the next question I was gonna ask where do you do like most of your work, like your music work? Like, is there somewhere like on campus you do it? How about at home? Like tell me the difference between
recording or writing.
Recording, writing, making beats.
So
like you do all three.
All the recording I do is done in my friend's house in his room. He's like the studio I told you about that I went to when I was 16. Like he now goes to like music school. He's like an audio engineer.
Yeah.
And like he has like state of the art equipment in his
So
house.
he's like the one that makes the beats though, right?
I usually pick up the beats online on like YouTube or something.
Yeah, I got you.
But he's the one who edits my voice. Like, I record. He knows how to work the software and everything, and helps me like make the song. Like I just spit like rhyme into the mic.
Yeah. How about here? Like do you
Actually while I'm at Syracuse, like I just write. Like I'll try and find beats online, write as much as I can. So whenever I'm home, I go to his studio.
You record there.
Release what I've written at school.
Say, do you care if I play like a little gist of your song real fast, maybe like a minute? All right, let's get this going then. So I'm gonna play a song by Yari right now.
Called Family, coming out soon. It's exclusive.
Coming out soon.
Shout out my brother, shout out the family. Yeah, let's get it. I be with bitches on bitches. Feel like a ball, but the way that I'm clipping. Feel like I'm Ronald, the way I be dishing. Feel like a demon, the way I be whipping. Yeah, I'm on a boat in Miami. I'm thinking about chasing a Grammy. Run up a check for my brothers and give it all back to the family. I never flex for the gram. I just put on for my fam. Too busy being a man. Too busy chasing a band. Too busy chasing a check. I don't got time for the flex. Too busy up in the foreign. Man, all you bitches is boring. All of my whips is imported. My brothers connected like Pippen and Jordan. You pass me the rock and you know that I'm scoring. A rapper with talent, potential enormous. My flow isn't singing, you call it a chorus. Yeah. My flow isn't singing, you call it a chorus. Yeah. My flow isn't singing, you call it a. If I ain't living it, then I ain't spitting it. If she ain't necking it, then I ain't hitting it. If you ain't repping it, then you ain't living it. If you ain't checking it, then you ain't getting it. I am an animal, rap like a menace. Every ball written, I swear that I meant it. After the million, swear I'ma get it. Hit it one time and then I'ma dead it. Yeah, I'll be on a different type of time, different type of grind, different type of rhyme, different type of shine when I pull up with a dime. Killing the beat shit feel like a crime. Bitch, you can't match my appearance. I'm shopping designer, you shopping the clearance. I get on the mic and I rap like I'm fearless. I'm punching the beat, I'm like Tyson with lyrics.
Wow. You got some flow there. That song hasn't come out yet, though? It doesn't come out?
That's exclusive audio.
It's the first time I heard that, too. Wow. Damn, okay, you got the flow, man. You got that flow. So, like, going off that song, that beat, honestly, like, sounds, like, type familiar. Like, have you, like, did you get that beat off anybody else? Or, like, did you find it on YouTube? Like, what'd you do to, like, make that beat? Or, also, I want to add to that, like, how about writing your music? And, like, how do you write your music and let that flow through your head?
Well, I usually don't write my music to a beat. Like, I'll write like, whenever I feel inspiration, I'll go into my notes and start writing.
Yeah.
And, like, I'll just match it up.
You can just feel, like, you can just feel the inspiration in your head sometimes?
Yeah,
or something
sometimes,
like that?
I'll just think of something in my head and, like, immediately write it down in my notes after.
Yeah.
And as for finding the beat, I usually get most of my beats off YouTube. Like, this beat specifically I found off YouTube. The last beat I used I found on YouTube. But sometimes I'll use beats that are already used. Like, if I hear a beat that I like in a song, then sometimes I'll just rap on that and make that into my own song.
I feel that.
I don't make my own beats, though.
So, like, well, okay, so, like, what inspires you, like, to make your music, though?
What inspires me to make my music?
Like, what, so, like, say, like, you're laying in your bed, you know, whatever, and, like, in your head, you're just like, okay, go to my notes, I'm gonna start writing down, like, writing music. Like, I mean, at least for me, I'm not an artist. Like, the first thing in my head is not, like, to go right to my phone and start writing music. Like, what's this, like, that thing that inspires you to make this music, to put it out there, you know?
Hearing music and hearing myself make music and, like, listening to the final product of what I've created through writing and, like, singing, like, making music inspires me to do it.
Yeah, I feel
that's just something I find really cool.
So it's kind of like a hobby that you've gotten now it's like a big passion for you.
Yes, definitely.
So like it's something that started little, but now like it got bigger. Now it's like a bigger hobby. You know?
Now it's like,
Awesome.
Exactly.
So in your own words, how does like you listen to music influence culture today?
Wait, like, how does, like, what I say influence culture?
Yeah, like, so, like, in your own words, like, how did, like, what you hear, what you do, like, as an artist, how does that influence, like, the culture today? Like, how, or, like, how does, like, the influence of the music industry, like, the culture of it, affect you with your music?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like, honestly, where hip-hop is headed right now, it's in, like mumble rap. And
because
stuff.
I kind of feel like we were just listening to, like, your song, like, you got auto-tune now, you know... Yeah. And, like, the flows, like, goes with the beat. I feel like that's more, like, a new thing, like, that, you know... Like,
as opposed to just focusing, like, heavily on lyrics.
Could you, like, think of, like, you know, like, an older rapper that was, like, different, like, worrying about flow, but now it's, like, more auto-tune and, like...
Well, I never made an auto-tune track until the one you're hearing right now.
I mean, it makes it sound, like, a ton better, though.
The last 2 tracks that I made were just, like, my voice with a little bit of, like, audio editing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I definitely am inspired by, like, this new wave of rap that's coming in. Like, I'm not really a big fan of mumble rap, but I'm a fan of some people, like, some artists that are classified in that category.
Yeah.
Who slow it down.
So, can you explain, like, what you mean by, like, mumble rap, though?
Mumble rap's like the rap that's like it doesn't like have lyric, like it's not really lyric.
It's just kind of like goes with the beat,
like going with the beat, like flowing with the beat, like sound oriented.
I got you. Yeah.
So I mean I definitely still emphasize lyrics and like my lyrics definitely have like meaning when I write, but I am inspired by the way that they use their voice as instruments. You know?
Yeah, no,
like
I got
adding
you.
to the beat that's already playing, and I definitely like wanted to put that in this song.
I feel like, you know, Fetty Wap, like for an example, like Fetty Wap would not be a good artist if he didn't have the voice he has. Like, you know, it's like it's the type of thing like that now. I feel like the culture is a lot different, like in the music industry. So, I mean, you kind of already said this is kind of just like a hobby. Like you know, I mean, you're not like planning on this to bring you somewhere someday, but like. Do you see music like bringing you anywhere someday, even if it's not throughout your job? Like to say like it's like, you know, a different job, but like music help you get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see that anywhere?
I mean, I definitely love to work in the field of music when I'm older. Even if it's not making music, like just even if it's not being the artist, like I definitely would I really appreciate music, like music in general. Like I listen to music every day. Like it's one of my like biggest passions. Like one of my biggest hobbies is just listening to music. Like besides making it. So having my job being centered around music would be like a dream come true.
Yeah, I feel
don't know. We'll see. It's a long way down the road.
So yeah, I mean, so like being an artist, like do you feel there's like any pressure to like make a certain kind of music for people, like?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Like, like, for instance, with, like, mumble rap and stuff, as opposed to like lyrical oriented rap. Like a lot of people like don't really want to listen to like lyrics, like don't really appreciate. Like just want to hear like a song that they like bang their head
exactly,
to, you know?
and just get the groove going.
Yeah,
with
exactly, exactly. So like like pressure like that, I feel in a way like I definitely feel that pressure would influences my music a little bit. But I don't know. I like to add my own style. I like to do my own thing. So, you know.
Is there any artists that like you like look up to that like kind of do their own thing, kind of like you know like don't listen to any like criticism from other people?
I would say like
what's your favorite song, and like how does or like your favorite artist favorite song that like helps you get through your music career?
Like people ask me what my favorite song is, and like it's hard for me to like say like one specific song
I feel you.
that is my favorite song because
there's so many like
I've listened to like so many songs over the course of my life, and like I feel like my favorite song changes like every single day. Like there's no song that's like this is my favorite song. It'll always be my favorite song. You know.
I feel you.
But like artists that like you would say along those lines, like don't really listen to what people say and just do whatever they want. Like I don't know, like Lil Wayne, I would definitely say like just does his own thing. Like definitely doesn't like after all these years of making music, like he's still doing it. Like not giving into this new style. Like, making his own music and like it still goes hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
No, I got you.
Look up to in that aspect.
So the last question I want to end this interview with was I was asking like what kind of experiences like in the past have inspired your songs or inspired like the type of music you've made? Like, has there been like anything like with like one of your friends that you made music with, or like someone that helped you like write a song that's like inspired you to do more?
I think just going to a public high school and like a public middle school definitely helped me a lot because like I experienced a lot of different cultures and like did a lot of different things. For instance, like playing sports, like meeting like new friends from like all different places and like all different races and cultures, like and them all like showing me like their music and the things they listen to, and like I don't know, like I feel like that all had a huge impact
on you. I feel you. All right, man. Well, once again, thank you for this interview. This is this artist YMag, Yari Magenheim.
SoundCloud, YMag, go look that up.
Definitely look him up. But thank you again, man. Good interview.